I didn't look at the, I didn't grab a phone to look. Donnie's doing a barbecue.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Boy, this is bumping when you, this moving on the deck really makes this tripod bump. Don't do that.
Well, here we are doing one of them there barbecues like do like old whale here in Tennessee. We don't got no fancy stuff around here. Just some barbecue and green beans, and that's all there is to it.
I have to look, I have to see if it's on.
Okay, oh yeah, you wanna bring me my phone? So obviously you're too far away to look at the chat, but I was just spreading out my charcoal, looking like it's about ready to go. And I want to show you my seasoning that we are so happy with. It is no salt, so of course that means I can eat it. And one of the things that I do, other people don't really do, is I like to have a plate right with my food, because you know how the burgers kind of bunch up and it's almost try to turn into a meatball. And then when you turn them over, you want to flatten them out a little bit, but all that'll do is make it flame up. The burger will go through the grating. So what I do is I take the burger off, I flip it over on the plate, which still has seasoning on it. I smash it, then I put it back on. That way I get a burger that doesn't get all bunched up in the middle. All right, so there's number one thing on the grill. The charcoal's a little early, could have used another minute to get ready, but it's already 6:45, and at 7:30 I want to do my live painting, the Storyteller paintings at 7:30, so we can always push that off a few minutes in case we get to a good conversation. But for now, are my pretty legs in the picture? You don't need my pretty legs in the picture there. Say, hey, Tara, Robin, Tiffany, good to see ya. So we were gonna go ride the bike, and thunder started happening. So then after the thunder rolled through and the rain rolled through, it was kind of too late to get the bikes and go to where we needed to go.
He looked at the radar and it was like, he didn't see nothing.
Nothing there.
And then all of a sudden it just started raining. And then it started raining hard.
Goes forward, backs up and goes forward. There was nothing there. It all came, it was just a pop-up, they call them, from out of nowhere. So before you start getting bit, you want to get in there. Ooh, we're already shining on. I don't know if I'm ready to turn that over yet.
Doesn't look ready to turn it over.
As you can see, my grill sits outside. It's very dirty on the outside.
That's very dirty on the outside, but that's okay. It's clean on the inside. Kind of the way we're supposed to be as people. We might be dirty on the outside, but as long as we're clean on the inside, then we're all right.
So we'll slow that down for a minute. I know I've seen people that open the lid and it goes whoo. So let's be careful of that too. All right. Now Now instead of turning them around, I think I'm going to turn them around and put the part that was outside and not as hot. And let that cook a little bit. Let me show you my spice here. This is the spice that I use. Salt-free garlic herb. Can you see that all right? My phone is a little bit behind the time here, so I can't quite. Okay, yeah, I'm holding that in the right spot. And it has garlic, onion spices, a little bit of black pepper, basil, rosemary, sorrel, marjoram, savory, celery seed, and carrot, but no salt. And it makes a wonderful, wonderful blend. Flavor Mate by Joe Spice. And this is the second one I bought, so you know it's good when you start buying it over and over again. Okay, that should be ready. That smells like it's ready to turn now. Boom. Yeah, I'm one of those people that like sound effects. And I think I'm going to put one of the steaks on right there. Get that started so that I'm not out here all night when I want to be in there eating something. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do that, didn't I? Tell you what, we'll smash one and leave the other one alone. Like that. And then you can see the difference when they're done cooking. If you take it off, smash it down, then put it back on, you won't have as much of a meatball. I gotta calm that down. So, did anybody watch the bicycle ride yet? Well, it's been awesome to be riding the bikes. We rode in Sevierville yesterday and around the LeConte Center, and it was awesome. And of course the river walk right there from the island all the way down to the mill, which the round trip is 2.7 miles. So that was quick and that was fun, and so we enjoyed doing that. And then of course today's Tuesday, so tomorrow, depending on the weather, whether we go in the morning or the afternoon or the evening, we'll be at Caves Cove, and then after that, I'm not sure what we're doing. So, but I'll tell you what's happening Friday. Friday is the first day of Broncos at the LeConte Center. It's called Smoky Mountains Bronco Roundup or something like that. I forget the exact name of it. And so we'll be doing the Broncos on Friday. But Saturday is the Balloon Fest. Woohoo! I missed it last year. There was something else going on the same weekend. So this year we're going to do it that way. And I like the Balloon Fest. And hopefully Cinnalicious will be there. My favorite cinnamon roll I've ever had. That, I'm telling you what, I mean, it's like Cinnalicious, then comes Crockett's, and then comes, you know, the other one, where Cinnabon. Then comes Cinnabon and all that. And you know what makes Cinnabon so interesting and so different is they use just a little bit of cocoa powder, a little bit of cocoa powder in their cinnamon. I don't know if you know that, but yep, I found a little bit of that cocoa powder in the bottom of my Cinnabon container. So that was pretty cool to find that secret out. All right, you see how flat this one is? Nice and even, and this one's more like a meatball. And that's all right, you know, as far as you can see, it's real juicy and all that. But This one is even easier and cook more evenly too. So we'll move that back. Move our steak up a little bit. There you go. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, got the bug in the background. Right over the top of the bug, over here is that wooden deck that I pressure washed and repaired and stained for the next renter that comes here. So if you haven't seen that, take a look at that. And of course, we've got a couple of bike ride videos, and of course, visiting the restaurant, very good, and people that we've met recently, and also in town. Maybe tonight, after I'm going to paint as quick as I can, we'll see if we can't meet up with some of the people that are in town. So we hope to see you. Okay. How's the steak doing? Ooh, steak was ready to turn. That looks good. I might just put that over there and put that right there. And get a nice gush. Move my steak back a little bit. Move my burgers over. And put that other steak on. This burger I can now take off, cover with the plastic, keep the bugs off, That's going. I use this thing to kind of bust up my charcoal a little bit, keep it going. Yep, there we go. Wipe that off on the saran wrap. There you go. I don't suppose any of you remember Dennis Weaver as McCloud. There you go. One of the unsung hero actors for the Cowboys, Dennis Weaver. I like the old, late 50s, early 60s cowboy movies. I was just watching one, old Glenn Ford one, and different ones, and Shepherd Man. And back when tension and, acting was what made the movie, not some kind of pyrotechnics or anything, or, wild entertainment, but just good, solid person acting, and there's not a lot of that around. I mean, a good actor is one that can carry a movie by themselves, whether it's, what was it? Castaway, some of the greats, they've done movies where they, Will Smith, they carry the whole movie. That's an actor. Someone that can hold your attention and keep you in the story, where you don't break out of the story and say, oh, that's Will Smith. No, you don't even do that. You don't even come close to it. He is who he is. Or, Charlton Heston, he carried movies. And Marlon Brando carried movies. Clint Eastwood carried movies. So, yep. We enjoy good acting. Good actors. So, I think what else we got planned. I've been, somebody broke a one of the steps over at a cabin. They gave me a call and said the step got broken. So I went over there and did that. And I went ahead and refinished the steps to make it match the other steps. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to refinish all of the steps. So I refinished all the steps on the cabin just so they all match. Let's see. That burger is done. Beautiful sizzly burger. So now this one, because it's a lot thinner, I gotta be careful about that one, not to overcook it. And these are pre, what do you call that? Pre-seasoned at the store. Like you know how they'll sell steak in a package, and then they'll also sell marinated steaks. That's the word I was looking for. And our grocery store does a really good job on this burgundy marinade. Really good. And Joy likes it. And I like cooking it. I like grilling, like cooking. I like surprising myself with something I've never tried before. Most of the time it's pretty good. Has anybody ever cooked something, you wanted to try something new and you were like, oh, that didn't come out? I think for me, my biggest thing is biscuits. If I follow a recipe, they still don't seem to come out right. You know, it's like, well, it's just 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of half and half or something like that, and mix it in, and it's still. Oh, I made some biscuits the other day. Neither Joy and I, neither one of us could get them down. They were not good. That was about 6 months ago, a long time. Kind of gave up on that. Now you can see here, these are still real spongy. Okay, so that means they're not done in the middle. Actually, I had already cooked steak for lunch. We're going to have the burgers for dinner. And I cooked some steak for lunch. It was really good. And so I thought I'll put the rest of the steak in the freezer. And then Joy said, no, I need you to do the barbecue. So these steaks got a little cold. They might take a little longer to cook. And I wish I had more meat thawed out. I tried to use the smallest amount of charcoal. I don't know how all you are, but I hate wasting charcoal. I literally, when I have good hot charcoal, I want to walk over to the neighbor and say, you got anything thawed out you need cooked on the grill? That's just the way I am. I've got hot coals here. They shouldn't be wasted. I don't know how anybody else is about that, but see. Yeah. I hate to waste hot coals. Candy butter. But I do like cooking on the grill. Let's see how this one. Oh, look at that. There is a rule about cooking steaks. You're only supposed to turn them once. So these babies are pretty much done. I'm going to shut this down. Let's close the front air dam and the top one. And that'll slow down the heat. And, oh, wish I had something else to put. You know how desperate I get sometimes is I will take something from the freezer and I will just unwrap it and I'll bring it out here and drop it on the hot coals right on the rack, you know. And I did that one time and totally forgot about it. And I think 2 days later, I was thinking, man, something around here don't smell right on the porch. And I think it was another day after that I was like, wow, something on this porch. Did something die under the porch or something? And the day after that, I finally think I was getting ready to cook again or something. And I lifted that lid. Oh, That was not good. That was not a happy chicken in there. That was not a happy chicken. He just was like, you let me rot in here. You cooked me halfway and let me rot. Ugh. Not a happy cook. So that's like, oh, well, if I'm going to do that again, I got to set an alarm or something because I forgot. But I try to get everything done. Life is asking the right question and being of some help to somebody. That's what you need to do. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, he said in one of his letters that he sends out to people, he said, you know, the Bible says the gospel has to be preached to the whole world. He said he said something like, I put it on my Facebook. He said, the world's still here because the world hasn't heard. The whole world is still here because the whole world hasn't heard. And then he said, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I can look it up. He said, the world will not come to its end until the gospel has been preached to its ends. That's what he said. Oh, here's another one I put on my Facebook. You ever notice how it takes them 20 to 40 minutes to show just a 3-minute video that they just can't wait to get to? I want to show you this minute video. It only takes 3 minutes. But it takes them 20 to 40 minutes to get to that 3-minute video that they just really want to show you. I was like, oh, man.
Maria said I need to come out here. I was out here. The mosquitoes started to get me. Donnie's like, you better get in there before the mosquitoes get you. William Toe Van Meters. He said you gotta flip those burgers twice each direction so you get the cross.
Yeah, you get the cross and the
cross
even
thing.
heat too.
Yeah.
Are they trying to give this old cook directions? Man, armchair barbecue.
He was a remember Donnie was a Coast Guard cook and a restaurant cook.
Yeah. Does anybody out there remember Clyde Crash Cup? That was another note I wrote.
So I saw Toe dancing in the rain. We watched that video, and it was funny. The only thing, if you tried to post it on YouTube would get you for a copyright. Toe said it was really fun and refreshing dancing in the rain. I have to watch out for spiders too, because over my head on this awning, there's some spider webs.
A couple of webs up there. They build them at night and then they hide in the cracks until the night comes back and then they build them again. All right.
Hey, Michelle.
Our steaks are cooked. I don't want to cook them too much because I have to heat them up again later.
Hello, Robin and Roy, Maria, Nancy, our treasured home, Cammie Bars.
Hey. Thanks, Roy.
Tiffany.
I got my little sample piece right there. That one.
And Kane's Life said they're moving here from Florida. They said Florida's got 3 seasons, hot, hot, hot. I said, really, it's got 3 seasons, humid.
Well, I don't know about that.
In January and February, it does get cold.
Yeah.
But that's about the only
In
tolerable
Tampa.
time.
Were you coming from Tampa? Because it got cold in Tampa. Maybe they're coming from farther south, where it never really got cold. Although I was in Miami.
Hello, Ryan, too.
I was in Miami in
Tara Talbot.
In 1990, and it was 32 degrees. There was ice in the puddles on the parking lot when I was in Miami. I don't know if that was 89 or 90.
Tiffany said Roy's throwing food, and Maria said, Roy and Maria said Tiffany's misbehaving.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ah. Wow. Well, here's the close-up look for you. And I didn't quite want to do them too much because they'll dry out when I try to reheat them. But there's our burgers for today. There's our steak. I wish I had something else to put on the grill for you.
He hates to let the coals
Yeah.
just die out without cooking as much meat on the grill as possible. Oh. Maria said, enjoy your dinner.
Well,
I wish God never invented mosquitoes.
yeah, that might be one of the first questions I ask. I'm going to ask them about skunks, and I'm going to ask them about mosquitoes.
Skunks are actually cute.
Well,
They're stinky, but they're cute.
Frozen chicken leg. So I will let that smoke out here, and somebody remind me in about an hour to come out here after I paint. Well, know what? I'll leave the grill here so that I walk out the door and here's the. Yeah. So that'll work, and that'll get a nice smoky flavor on it. I'll leave the bottom vent open and the top vent open.
If he forgets it, the raccoons will come get it.
Oh, or it rots right in the grill. I've had grills out here that have no top on it, and I came out and the meat was gone when I left it overnight. But the grill with this one, the meat rotted inside. Had to dump out everything and scrub the grill.
Let's see. Wait. I'm trying to. There. Okay.
So we're gonna do that.
All right. See right there at the front of the RV is my. Those are my bird cages right there, and that blue one right there with the cage on it. It's really nice for the little birds. I had the doves come up, and doves are not really bullies, but they're just big, and because they're so big, they would scare off the little birds. So I try to put a lot of different kinds of bird feeders out so that the doves can have food. The
Thank you for thinking of that.
cardinals can have food.
And I did have some hot dogs. Thank you for reminding
The
me.
blue jays. But that little, that blue cage right there, that little blue cage, it's got a top on it so that if they happen to be in there, they can be in there when it's raining. There's two places to put seed in there, and the little birds can get through those squares. The tufted titmouse can get in there. The little chickadees can get in there.
Cardinal can.
A lot of the finches can get in there.
Yep.
Some of the cardinals can get in there. A lot of the cardinals can get in there.
Yep.
So we keep food in there.
Oh, so cute when the daddies feed their babies.
We could keep food in there for the birds, the little birds, and then the big birds, get other stuff. But
Big bird.
Donnie, quit
stuff.
bouncing.
Yeah.
Quit bouncing.
We do both. And I even put the bird seed out on the street because doves seem to like to pick the seeds up off the ground. They feel safer out there than they do up on the feeder. And doves are pretty dominant too. They'll chase other birds off. So the doves.
Well, just because they're big, not because they're bullies. They're not bullies at all.
Bullies.
They're just
They're not like a blue jay.
big. Blue jays are considered a bully. They're territorial. But one thing blue jays do, which people don't think about, is blue jays, because they're territorial, they will protect other birds in the sense of they will make an announcement if there's a bird of prey that will come pick off a smaller bird.
That's true.
Or some sort of animal. They're an alarm. They send off an alarm that notifies all the other smaller birds that there is a bird of prey, or there is a some sort of a predator that will pick off those little birds. And so even though, yeah, they're territorial, they don't want other birds to eat while they're eating.
I just felt a drop of rain.
But they also do that good thing. So I like blue jays.
Jimmy Spencer.
But anyway, the little birds get in there. The big birds cannot get.
Rainbow.
The little birds cannot get in that cage. But I've seen raccoons reaching their arms at night into the cage to try to raid the food. So we end up having to put a little more food out.
The idea was so sweet.
It was the best thing for all the little birds. The best thing.
Thanks for stopping by, Jimmy. I just finished cooking, but I still have a lot of coals left, so I went and got a chicken leg out of the freezer, and I'm just going to let it cook in here for a little while, get some of that smoke smell on it, and then I think it was Tiffany said, oh, I wish you had some hot dogs or something. Yeah, if you only had hot dogs, Tiffany said. And I was like, oh, that's right, I do have hot dogs in the freezer. So what I do is I'll cook them and put them right back in the package. And then I'll put them right back in the freezer. And they'll have a nice barbecue flavor. And then when Joy's in the mood for hot dogs, because they're too salty for me. There's like 500 sodiums in one hot dog. I can't have them.
Ryan said, don't start me on raccoons. I think we have just maybe just one raccoon that's coming at night raiding the bird feeders. I'm not sure. But last week, I had a little squirrel that came during the day, and I hadn't seen a squirrel around for a year.
Yeah. No.
So it's just cute. I enjoy watching the raccoon. I mean, I enjoy watching the squirrel come, and eat a little seed. It doesn't upset me in any way. I think they're cute. But the raccoons, now they do come at night, and
they are masked raiders.
they'll clean out the bird feeder. At least the squirrel doesn't eat it all.
Yeah. They'll do their part.
The raccoon tries to eat every little bit that's there. So.
Yeah. But we just wanted to put out something to say hi, do a little cooking, and
announce that Donnie's going live later.
I'm going to be going live here at 7:30. I'm going to go in there now and put the
He'll be doing his
together.
painting. Donnie gives away his painting, so.
We got to do that. We haven't done that in a while. I've even got an extra one I want to give away. That was never claimed. So,
Oh, Ryan said he's got deer that come and clean out his bird feeders. They're the bird feeders there.
Hard to fill a deer. You ought to buy a big bag of cracked corn or something to feed the deer.
Yeah. We stayed at a national park in Alabama. Not a national park, sorry, state park.
State park.
In Eufaula, Alabama. We stayed at a state park, and they allowed you to throw out deer corn for the deer that would come.
Yeah.
They wanted the deer to come to the campground. And so they allowed you to do that, so we could throw that out and enjoy watching the deer. And
15 sometimes.
that was like the first time we heard the husky bark.
That was the
First time we ever heard her bark at the deer.
I've never heard that sound come out of her. It scared me.
Ryan said we have 20 plus deer in the backyard every night. The deer don't really come up here where the RVs are, but over that way where the woods are, they're back there That's where the state road is back there that goes down to the lake, and there's beyond where the cabins and stuff are, and the lodge. That's where the state road is, and they live back there, and it goes down to the lake and everything. So Ryan said his neighbors before them used to feed the deer. Michael said that they have a doe and 3 baby deers. That's a pretty good size litter for a deer. 3. They don't always survive like that many.
Yep. Well, it is 7:20.
Ryan said the deer are protected by them due to the canals and protected land. Hi, Riley. He said it's hot in Ohio. How about Tennessee?
Yeah.
It's warm here, but
85 probably.
yeah. The worst thing right now is the
It is
mosquitoes.
still 79. With light
So-
rain expected for the next hour. And I need to get in
Ryan,
and
Michael said he loves sitting and watching the deer. I love watching the deer too. So, Donnie's channel's right there. If you haven't subscribed to him, he does give away paintings. And we write down people's name when they're in the chat watching. He does need his hours. So anybody that wants to help him with his hours, it's much appreciated.
thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to eat a quick dinner here, and I'm going to start painting in about 15 minutes.
So thank you for watching.
We appreciate you TV watchers coming in.
Yeah.
And the replayers and all that for the support. You'd be surprised. It's just a little bit. Each person does a little bit. It adds up, and I appreciate it.
And he's talking about for his channel too.
Yep, my
It's
channel needs
helping
attention
his
as
it's
well.
helping his channel for people to hit his replay. Like if you have a computer or a tablet or an extra TV that you can just throw his playlists on or something and help, to play some of his live stream videos and let him gain his hours. It's much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
So,
Oh, look at that beautiful charcoal cooked hot dog.
William Toe said he's got about 25 stray kitties around his neighborhood. There's some around here too. The campground has some, but there's coyotes too that sometimes come around, and there's some ducks also, but the coyotes and stuff will try to pick them off, unfortunately. Every now and then there's a coyote comes around. So, but thanks so much for watching. Donnie's going live to paint here in just a few minutes. So we love you, but Jesus loves you more. Let's see.